guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be talking about my breastfeeding experience as requested by so many of you guys, and I'm here to give you tips and answer some questions that people have asked me all about breastfeeding. So here we go. My breastfeeding experience really in the beginning wasn't that bad. Well, I can't really say that, but I don't know. My breastfeeding experience was, I think breastfeeding for anybody is a struggle at times. Like, breastfeeding is very hard. But I never had problems with, like, her not latching. My problem was her not latching correctly. And I thought we were fine, and the nurses in the hospital kept telling me, like, the latch was great, it was good, whatever. But after, like, two and a half, 3 weeks, I was still, like, crying at every latch because it hurt so bad. So I decided to go see a lactation consultant, and she, like, saved my life. Basically, Aaliyah was only getting, like, the very tip of my nipple. Like, the whole areola was not going in, which is how it needs to be, or they're not getting enough milk, and it will still hurt. So after I went to a lactation consultant and she showed me the latch and, like, the RAM, which is, like, rapid arm movement, where basically, like, you have, like, the baby's head and you have, like, your boob sandwiched, and you, like, not hard, like, you're not, like, but you're, like, kind of, you stick it in, and so and you, like, make that happen, so, like, your whole, like, you sandwich it so, like, your whole areola, like, goes in, because otherwise they're not going to get enough milk. And that's why, like, I felt like I was sitting there breastfeeding Leah all day, every day. It never stopped, like, literally, like, 24 hours a day. She was up, like, every hour and a half, sometimes every 30 minutes, and it was just so hard. So that was terrible. And then finally I fixed my latch, and then everything got better. And then we found out she had acid reflux, and that was another reason why she was eating so much, because children with acid reflux, like, the milk, drinking the milk makes the burning in their throat go away. So that helps her a lot. So they always feel the constant need to eat, and they cry as if they're hungry. Their throat is burning, and that feels better. It's more comforting. Also, a tip I have, you need to look for signs as, like, if your baby's eating or if your baby's using you as a pacifier, because Aaliyah used me as a pacifier so much, and I thought, oh, she's super hungry, and no, she really wasn't even taking milk. She really wasn't even eating. It was just comfort. So then I introduced the pacifier. She loved it. She was fine. It was a comfort thing. Another thing I have is, like, another thing I can say about breastfeeding is I have literally tried everything on the market for, like, breastfeeding supplements. I've tried the mother's milk tea, I've tried Milky Mama, the brownies, I've tried the cookies, I tried Booby Boons, like, I've tried everything in the whole world, and, like, it will work for, like, a week, and then I just haven't noticed anything after that. Like, I feel like it all just really doesn't work. The only thing that I haven't tried that I want to say I really do want to try is that, like, euphoric herbals stuff. It's like they make tea, and I kind of want to try them. But yeah, I loved the Milky Mama brownies, but, like, after a week I didn't notice anything. Like, I felt like my supply just dropped back down, and so that sucked. And yeah, and the Booby Boons, every time I realized I was eating them, Aaliyah was getting sick, so I stopped those. Yeah, so yeah. Another tip / like, regret I have with breastfeeding is when I was in the hospital, a lot of the nurses told me, like, oh, don't pump for, like, the first 6 weeks because you don't want to make yourself have oversupply. So what they meant by that is your body makes what makes milk that your baby needs. So, like, if your baby's eating, let's say they pull, like, 4 or 5 ounces out of your boob, and then you pump 4 or 5 ounces out of your boob once they're off, your body is going to make, like, 8 ounces of milk both boobs a day, and really when your baby's only eating, like, 4 ounces. But I listened to them. I didn't pump for, like, the first month and a half, for 6 weeks, and I really regret it because now I cannot pump. Like, I have to wait, like, 4 hours after she eats and be really full and engorged and, like, basically not have her suck me dry for me to be able to pump. So that's like a tip I have to, like, I'm not saying, oh, don't listen to nurses, but as personal experience, it really kind of messed up my milk supply. Like, now I struggle with undersupply, and it takes me days to collect milk to go to like a 2-hour movie with my boyfriend. It's horrible. And like, in the beginning it was a lot easier with being able to pump, but like, and if you're going to be like a pumper who feeds their baby and pumps every day because you have like a job, or you have like stuff you want to do, like you want to go out, which I understand as a mom. Like, I can't even go to Target without rushing and be home within like 30 minutes because the baby's probably going to get hungry. It sucks. So if you want to have a life, I suggest you get on like a pumping schedule from the day your baby is born or the day you come home from the hospital. Get on like a pumping schedule. Feed your baby at whatever time, then pump, and then feed, and then pump. Like, pump, make a schedule for it, because your body will get used to that schedule. Like, your boobs will get used to it, and it will regulate that much milk for your baby, and it will regulate that much milk for your pump at that time. Like, it will know what to do. So I recommend getting on a schedule. I know it's hard as a mom to put anything on a schedule. Like, I understand. Like, with my 4-month-old, I never really do anything on a schedule. She rules it. She goes to sleep when she wants, but lately it's been better. If you're like panicking, like I would literally cry. I was so exhausted. I had to have either like James or my mom, my sister, someone sit up and watch me while I breastfed so I wouldn't fall asleep with the baby, because that's how exhausted I was. Like, she did not sleep through the night until I think 3 months, two and a half months, and it was horrible. Like, she would be up every 30 minutes. Part of that had to do with the acid reflux and laying down flat. She sleeps on an incline now with like she sleeps in like a, I don't know how to explain it. You have probably seen it in my newborn favorite video. She sleeps in like a napper thing that keeps her elevated so the acid isn't burning as bad, and she has acid reflux medicine like an hour before she goes to sleep, 2 hours before. So she's in bed by like 11:30, 11:45 every night, and she wakes me up at like 6:30. Today was amazing. She was in sleep at 11:30. She woke me up at 5 to eat. She ate for half an hour, and then she went back down at 5:30 and slept until 8. So she slept really good today. I try to limit naps and during the day to help sleeping. I have a lot of people asking me, like, how do you get your baby to sleep through the night? I try to limit naps. Like, one nap is okay, but like, I never let her nap past 3 o'clock, because that's like going into like a bad time where your baby will be up all night. So I let her have, like, what my routine is. She wakes me up at 6. I feed her. Sometimes she goes back to sleep until 9, or sometimes she just is up for the day. I feed her breast milk. She has her acid reflux medicine, and then by like 7:30 or 8, she has solids for breakfast, like pears, sweet potatoes, whatever she wants. And then she has a nap at like after she eats, if she doesn't go back to sleep after breast milk. And then she has another dose of medicine at 3, and then she has lunch, and then pretty much we breastfeed all in between that. And then yeah, I don't really let her nap after 3 p.m. because that's just like a recipe for disaster and a recipe for not sleeping at night. Yeah, so I try to limit naps, and if like I do like crunch time feeding before bed, like I want her in bed by 11:30. I'll start feeding her like on my boob from like 8:30 on, and like we'll take little breaks, but like I really try to just, my main focus is getting her full so she has that long stretch of sleeping. But my pediatrician did like scare me a little, where I don't want to put her on formula, because with the acid reflux babies, and if they get too overstuffed, they go into like a deep, very sleep, like a coma. And if they need to like clear their throat with the acid, or like cough, and like all the liquid and mucus and acid like builds up in their throat, they're so asleep because they're so overstuffed and they're so little that they can't like cough it up or move any of the liquid, and that's like one of the main causes of SIDS. So that's why I don't want to give her formula, and it's like a anxiety thing for me. I like get up in the middle of the night and make sure I didn't like overstuff her and she's not like stopping breathing because of that. So that's another like thing that I worry about a lot. I have bad anxiety about SIDS. Like, I'm so nervous about it. My breastfeeding journey has been pretty complicated between the not sleeping and figuring out she has acid reflux, and now I've had to eliminate all dairy out of my diet because she was having constipation problems. But right before the constipation, she was pooping like green, and the doctor was finding that like there was like microscopic like blood in her stool, and that is most likely linked to like a dairy insensitivity. And then she was constipated. Like, she literally went like a month without pooping on her own with medication. The last time she pooped on her own before this, like, she literally pooped on her own like when we were in the city for the reunion. And then after that, she didn't poop on her own without like enemas and stuff for like a whole month. And then finally she just started to get back on track with the poop, thank God. And yeah, so I had to cut out all dairy, and so that was really hard for me because all the fake non-dairy stuff just tastes horrible. And so basically I'm going without eating a lot of stuff, a lot of my favorite stuff, pizza, Big Macs, all that. So another tip I have is like with the cluster feeding, I know you can get really aggravated and you're like, how the hell is this kid still hungry? But you can't like try and distract them with like swings and stuff like that. Like, you have to make sure they're getting enough nutrients, and you have to make sure when you're breastfeeding, like if you're hungry, even if you're hungry all day long, you just ate a whole pizza and you're still hungry, like there's a reason why. Being like, when you're breastfeeding, you're still eating for two. Like, it's basically like you're pregnant. That's why you're hungry all the time. It's not like there's something wrong with you, because I thought there was something wrong with me too. Like, I would eat a whole freaking pizza, I would eat a Big Mac, and I'm still hungry, and I'm like, what the hell is wrong with me? It's because you need to make that milk, and you need to make sure you're eating like stuff with a lot of protein and a lot of fiber in it to make sure that your baby can like poop. Like, make sure you're eating stuff that like can help them poop. Make sure you're eating stuff with a lot of protein. Like, I try to eat like hard-boiled eggs a lot and stuff that's like fatty, so you can make fatty milk, because that can help your baby get full better, and to make sure they get enough nutrients. Like, don't, like, I eat garbage sometimes, like Big Macs and stuff like that, but I try to make sure for the most part that I do eat healthy, because everything you eat goes to your baby. And I notice like squash, if I eat squash, it makes her really gassy. And like, just a common foods that you can read that will make a baby gassy from breastfeeding is like broccoli, cauliflower. Garlic can make your milk taste like garlic, so try to stay away from that. In my case, since she has acid reflux, I stay away from anything acidic, like really like pizza, orange juice, stuff like that can pass through my milk and make her burn. Anything spicy like will literally tear your baby apart, so don't eat anything spicy. Like, I don't recommend going to Buffalo Wild Wings and eating like spicy wings, because it's gonna like really tear your baby butt up. Pretty much that's my breastfeeding experience and my tips to you guys. Anything else you guys want to hear from me, see from me, please comment down below. I want to post for you every day, but I seriously am running out of ideas. So please comment down below, DM me on Instagram. I am going to be opening up a P.O. box for you guys, because I've had a lot of you reach out to me asking to send me like special stuff for Aaliyah and stuff like that. So I'm going to be opening up a P.O. box so you guys can send me stuff. And once I get like a lot of stuff from you guys, I'll probably do a video of me like opening all your gifts and letters and stuff. I want to do a Q&A. I've literally posted so many times that I'm going to do one, and then I don't do it, and I'm sorry for that. I want to do it. So leave questions in my, like, you know, it's better for me to get DMs on Twitter, because my Instagram is so flooded already from all you guys. So if you want to DM me questions, do it on Twitter instead of Instagram, because Instagram is just flooded for me. I really want to sit down and go through all my DMs, but there's so many of them, and I want to talk to you guys and reply to you guys, but it's so much. So I'm going to try, but please DM me questions on Twitter. And yeah, all my social media will be linked down below. As usual, I love you guys. Thank you for watching me ramble for this past like 20 minutes about breastfeeding, but I hope you guys learned something from me, or I could help you out with my tips. And if you're still breastfeeding and it's a struggle and you're tired, you're awesome, and God bless you. And it does get easier, I promise you that. I promise you that it does get easier. And yep, so I'll see you guys maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day. I don't know. Give me more ideas for videos. And I'll be posting soon. So I love you guys. Thank you for watching. Make sure to go follow my Instagram. Give me likes, thumbs up, subscribe. I love you all. Follow my Instagram, my Twitter, everything.